optical illusion art is art that tricks our eyes and makes us think either things are going back into space or seeing things that aren't actually there. If you've ever done this in traditional art, you know there's a lot of rulers and stuff involved, and I found that it is actually really easy to create in Illustrator just because of some of the tools we have at our disposal. What you're going to learn today is a little bit about a tool called the Shape Builder. It looks like kind of a goofy cloud. It's two circles overlapping, and it's got the arrow here. It's really nice for creating shapes from intersections and just doing cleanup. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. There's two different ways you can approach this design. You can either do this easy circular one, or if you want to come over and do the more advanced one, I'll do a second video on that. But for now, we're just going to try this illusion. So I'm going to start with the canvas. You can decide what size. I would stick with something kind of rectangular though. And I've got my canvas now. I'm going to create a couple circles. They aren't circles anymore, but we're going to start with the circle tool. And I'm just starting with a no fill and a black outline, just as if I was drawing. I'm going to start with a circle towards the center. And I want to use my smart guides, these pink lines, to put it right in the center of my paper. To get a couple circles that nest perfectly inside of it, all I have to do is go up to Object, Path, and Offset Path. Anything positive is going to go outside of my shape. Anything negative, if I check preview again, is going to sit inside. So I'm actually going to do 0.5 and see where that jumps into. That's pretty good. I'm going to hit OK. Same thing, Object, Path, Offset Path. I want a negative. I want it to sit inside. And I think I'm going to do one more. Object, Path, Offset Path. Okay? So I've got my bullseye design. Now I'm going to come in, switch to my rectangle tool, and I'm going to do a couple stripes, just going straight down through. And when I say a couple, I'm going to do one. So now that I've got my stripe, I'm going to go to my black arrow, make sure it's selected. I'm going to hit Option, drag over with my mouse to create a copy of it. Let go of the mouse, then let go of Option. And now if I hit Command D a whole bunch, it'll duplicate that. There we go, almost a perfect fit. Now what I want to do, I want to be able to take these different intersections and shapes and make them independent shapes. Right now they're all still a circle. Well, the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to select everything. And I've got all these lovely points and stuff, and I'm going to go over to my shape builder. There's two different ways you can use the shape builder. You can use it to take away, and you can use it to add. Either way, whenever you merge or mouse over something that could be a shape, you'll see it highlights and turns that kind of shaded in color. The default for the shape builder is an addition. It's to make a shape. If I were to drag between these two, that would make one shape. Like so. I don't want that though. For this, you're just going to do a whole bunch of clicking. I want to make each of these their own shape. So click, click, click. It looks like nothing's happening, but I promise it is. Click, and just work my way across so that each of these is their own shape. Going right down the line, making my way downtown. And I'm clicking in the center, not on any of the path lines. And what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you a really quick way how to select and fill stuff in. Make sure I got that one. All right. I'm going to click off of the Shape Builder tool. Now I should have separate shapes within there. There we go. There's one. And typically with op art, you're going to have alternating patterns. They're usually in black and white or black and a color. You can choose whatever color combination you want, but you still have to follow the pattern rule, which is the two colors can only touch at the corners. So like black on black, orange on orange in this case. I'm going to start with black. Wherever you start doesn't really matter as long as you keep your pattern consistent. And I'm just going to start coming on over, clicking on shapes, and switching to black. I can switch out the color later if I really want to, but I don't need to at this time. Black, white, black, white. I think I'm messing this up a little bit. We'll come back to this.